everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Squat.
You and your another episode.
Welcome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. John Trays, Jen Trays.
What trays?
Trays. Trays milk.
What?
Yeah. Never heard of that?
No.
Me either.
You're weird.
Made some shit up. All right, so I want to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you.
To Let's Talk About Squat.
Let's talk about squat, baby. We need an intro song.
You sing it.
Let's talk about squat. Let's talk about anything and everything. Let's talk about squat. Let's talk about anything and everything. Let's talk about squat.
There you go.
I like it.
So what's going on in the world? You got all the political news.
Honestly, you know what came across the news today? I wanted to punch my radio. I had a bad day. I don't know if anybody knows that or not.
Well, they do now.
Anyway, I had a rough night and a rough day.
Yeah, you had to go into work last night when you got home.
I
And
had to
then
go-
4 o'clock this morning.
Right. So, please let everything stay.
But why did you want to punch your radio?
Okay, so you know how I feel about the war in Ukraine. My heart aches for those poor people.
Yeah, I think
I can't
everybody's
stand the fact that in this day and time that humans are bombing humans. That's the dumbest thing to me. I mean, I feel bad
It
if
is.
who are we to determine when someone's life ends? I just don't.
It's not our job.
Right, it's not my job. But you know what the news of the day was?
No, tell me.
Baseball players came to anyway, they're going to start playing baseball again. The strike is over.
What strike?
Exactly. The baseball was on strike. The players' unions was going against the owners again.
Because they wanted more money? I don't understand. Why were they on strike? I don't follow sports.
Well, they wanted to change some rules. But nonetheless, these people, I would go out on a Saturday and play baseball all day long
For free.
for free and
fun.
have a field day about it. And they're getting millions of dollars. Granted, they are prime specimens. Okay, I get that. But
Yeah, it's their job. But that's a lot of money to play baseball.
if somebody's going to hand me a couple $1 million, I
I'd
guarantee
play one game.
you I would not be like, oh, but I need my jock strap starched on Wednesdays. You know, that's the shit that they're whining about. It's crazy.
I
to
would
me.
sit on the bench and get paid. I would be fine with that.
No, not me.
100,000 a game.
No, show me the money.
But you were talking about Ukraine. What does that have to do with baseball?
How can people are getting murdered? How can little panty-waist baseball players be more important than human beings being murdered? I don't get it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I think that should be.
It's first world problems and they're greedy.
Oh my goodness. I don't think that we should go get in a war with anybody. I just
Yes, we
in
have
my
to keep
mind I
living
can't.
our lives, but to complain about money and stuff.
Why
to
people
me-
are getting slaughtered is to me.
Well, for baseball players to complain about what they're getting made is ridiculous, anyways,
Oh my goodness.
in my opinion.
Did you hear about those poor ladies over there? And you know what? And I know
No.
most of it is propaganda, and I don't take sides. I think Zelensky's not a good person, and I think Putin is not a good person, and you know how I feel about politicians in general. But how does innocent people being used as pawns, and it's just I don't know. I'm mesmerized by it that in this day and time that this is happening. If I see a bug crawling across my room,
You kill it.
I grab it, and then I have guilty feelings for the next several hours that it was not my place to take that thing's life. But you know, I should put it outside and be a human, a freaking human. That's
Do we
it.
want to talk about them little mice?
That's mice. That's a different level.
So we were cleaning out. Oh, okay. So we were building a shed, and I went to go check the chickens for some reason, and I saw a mouse run across their thing. And so I go tell Mike, and he comes over, and he tries to catch it, and we finally catch it like later that evening or the next day or something. But anyways, he gets the mouse, but another one runs out. And then we have this barrel of hay, and he was putting it in the chicken pen after we cleaned it out, and there was 5 baby mice.
It was a bale of hay, not a barrel of hay. You had me confused for a second.
Well,
but
it was a bag of straw, and there was mice inside of it, baby ones. And they were so
to use.
cute.
They were cute.
And he was going to keep them and try to find the mama, but he decided to feed them to our chickens.
Yeah, and one of our dogs got one.
Yes, and brought it inside.
I mean, I feel bad. It's not my place, but then again, I don't want rats in my house.
But
either.
rats are like rabbits.
They're worse than rabbits.
Are they really?
Oh, yeah. They don't ever stop.
But there's still one out there.
I don't believe it's out there anymore because I've removed the bale of hay and everything they could hide in.
True. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it, but we have baby chicks.
I think we scared the shit out of it when we whacked the other one on the head with the shovel.
It ran underneath the house. I watched it.
That's the thing about ring people. If you have rings in your house, you cannot do anything. Because even I felt bad because, all right, so I made this little 2-stall roosting nest for the chickens, and I put hay down in it, and the rats had gotten in. I say rats, they're field mouse.
Yeah.
But they had gotten down in there, and so I took it out and I dumped it down, and then when it ran out, I whacked it with the shovel.
But the other one ran towards the house.
I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah, I didn't either. But now we have 13 baby chicks.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I feel like okay, so did we tell this story yet?
About what?
About the eggs you were going to murder.
No. So this lady at my job, her sister gets like 100 eggs a day. And so she was passing them out at work. And then somebody said they haven't been.
No, you got to say first. This is
But
your first day at this job.
Yeah, it was the
so
first
you
day at my
felt-
job. So I didn't know anything about it. And I didn't want to say, no, I'm not going to take them. But what do you call them? Candled?
No, they're fertilized.
No, when you look at them.
Oh, you candle them, yeah.
Yeah, so she said that my sister hasn't candled them, so we don't know. And I was like, well, because they said, well, when you open it in another bowl in case something comes out of it, a baby chick. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want these eggs because we have chickens, we don't have roosters, and I couldn't eat none that are fertilized.
But
So I tell Mike, and he's like, well, what do we do? I said, I don't know.
And so the only thing I could come up with, we ran down to Tractor Supply and bought an incubator.
So we have 36 eggs that we don't know if they're fertilized or not.
And then but I feel like a father. It's so cute though. But
I know, but I don't want to murder them, and I can't eat them.
I know, but the other eggs we put in with the chicks
The
underneath
baby
the
chicks.
heat lamp. And then I guess we candled them in another
Monday in
2
10
days.
days.
No, they said.
That was
But they
7
said
days.
410.
We'll do it in 7 days.
Anyway, so we are
We're hoping we're
raising
gonna have
some.
babies.
We don't even know if they're eggs. We don't even know
We
what they are.
hope we have babies.
So anyway,
Yeah, we don't know.
yes, that's how we spend our time working and trying to. Actually, we try to be self-sufficient. Actually,
Yeah.
we planted our. What else did you plant? You
We have
planted
broccoli. We have broccoli babies.
Broccoli sprouted. We got broccoli,
Yes.
tomatoes,
We have more
squash.
babies.
Did we plant any zucchini?
I don't remember. So I was watching a show,
Oh no! Here we go.
and it was about gun violence. It was the Connors.
That had gun violence on it?
It did. Remember I told you I wanted to watch it because they're all like panicking, so I watched it. So somebody at the mall shot somebody, and then he got loose and he was in the Connors neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so Dan went to the bedroom with his wife. I don't know what her name is on the show.
I call her Married
Louise?
with Children Mom. I don't know.
I think it's Louise. But they go to the bedroom and she's like, when did you get this waterbed? Because she just got home from being on tour. And she goes, this waterbed's got to go. I mean, who has a waterbed in 2022, right? And then so he turns around with a gun. And she goes, okay, you can keep the waterbed. You can keep the waterbed. And she goes, why? And he goes, well, if that person comes in my house, I don't want to be unarmed. Because he's trying to protect his family.
Right.
So he's walking out in the living room and he has it in his pants. And of course, Darlene's like, excuse me, where did you get that gun? You need to take it and put it away. And Becky's like freaking out. And then the granddaughter is freaking out, and she goes, "You can't have a gun. That's no right. And you're just going to shoot this guy if he comes in the house? That's not fair to him."
Oh, I'd shoot his
Okay,
ass.
but listen. So the next day after that's all gone, because the shooter gets shot by the cops because he comes out of somewhere and grabs for something. So they shoot him because they don't know what he's grabbing for. He's already killed somebody. And so the next morning they're talking about the gun, and he goes, "It is in a safe. Nobody can get to it." You know, the wife and Darlene and Becky and Jackie is there. And then the granddaughter, he's like, "I promise you can't get in." So the granddaughter walks in and hands him money. She goes, "Here's your money." He goes, "What's that for?" She goes, "I sold your gun."
Yeah.
So how would that make you feel?
You sold my gun?
If one of your kids came in and sold your guns.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Honestly, I didn't think he got mad enough.
Actually, if one of my kids touched my guns, I would be... Never mind.
Yeah, but he didn't know that she went in there and got the gun.
All right, first of all, that's pop culture. I have to say, that's woken crap.
I know, but
Because
it made
if you
me
think about, at least 70 million Americans are armed. And when I say 70 million Americans are armed, 70 million Americans have multiple armament. With guns to be that popular, I do believe that there should be gun safety, gun etiquette.
Yes, and I'm assuming Dan Connor has.
But don't make. I mean.
They made it a big deal that he had a gun, and
I know they do that.
But the granddaughter was trying to change the world by getting rid of the guns. And to me, I feel like, okay, if that guy came in there with a gun and he shot everybody and they didn't have a gun, you know what I mean?
I personally, and I hate to say, I hate guns.
I don't
can't
like them
stand them
either, but you have criminals that have them, so you have to have it to protect yourself.
I'm going to have guns because I don't want to be. All right, so I feel like I could defend myself in any situation because, I trained for so many years. But the gun is so that I can take their gun. And once I take their gun, I will fight you. If I die, I die, but we fought.
Right.
A mano a
But
mano.
if he came in shooting,
you're
going to be shooting back.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Not gonna
it's
let
like
no one take my family.
I felt like that show at the end where he said, "I don't appreciate you taking my gun and selling it, but I understand why." That was how he handled it.
I write scripts sometimes, so I can tell you that's.
And I know it's for the world today, but I just thought about you. I was like, what would you do if somebody came and sold your gun? Without them
that would be
telling
a bad
you.
day for everybody involved. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, you wouldn't have been like, "I know why you did it, and it's okay."
I couldn't fathom it. So, but anyway, I do lock my guns away from the grandkids and stuff. So, but that is, what? And today, I gotta say, something's going on today, and I understand that the media, put things in front of you they want you to see. Of course, they want gun control, and that's the Democrats are in charge of the, Congress and whatnot right now. But the fact that people are leaving their guns for kids to play with, to
in
me,
their
is
cars. That's how
I'm
these
not gonna
kids are
say that
getting
because
shot.
I know a lot of people that there is a loaded gun in their doors, their door handles,
Okay,
and
yes.
between their seats. But who would leave a child with that gun? I don't understand that. I don't understand at all. Much less at
Why
home.
would you not teach your child to not touch it and to use it properly?
Well, being a boy,
Okay,
I
but
know
a
that
2-year-old
there's no teaching, and you never think that you're gonna.
I understand you shouldn't leave your gun, but
the thing is, as a young person, they have no sense of what am I trying to say? Consequences. They have no sense of consequence.
Well, the last one that we heard, which was like a week or two ago, they said there was a relative inside the car when the child got shot.
Well,
We never
I think
heard
some of
anything
that-
else about that one.
Some people might just be trying to blame it on the kids.
Well, no, that wasn't a grown relative. It was like the uncle.
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen my grandfather shot a hole in the roof. It happens, but to let a child be in that situation is a different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen a guy trying to shoot a cat, shot himself in the calf. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a crazy world. I tell you what happened to me one time, and I mean, I don't want to give away what kind of gun I have, but so remember that crazy neighbor? I say that, but anyway, that neighbor we had that I was afraid was going to do some crazy stuff up in the mountains. Anyway, they started shooting.
River.
Yeah, they started shooting outside. And it was like it was right in our backyard. So all I did was put the magazine in my gun, and it chambered itself. And all you would have had to do is touch the trigger, and that gun would have went off.
Oh, is that the night that you went pow, 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 pow?
Yes, it scared the...
Like 2 o'clock in the morning? Sound like somebody was getting shot?
Right. But I mean, the audience can contest to this. If you hear somebody just target practicing, bow, bow.
Yeah, it's a little different.
But when you hear somebody go, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, it's like...
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there's 3
That's
people
a little
dead.
different.
Turns out that he had...
Shooting.
This is still sick, but he had ran over 4 puppies and was putting them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Which is still an awkward story to me.
Yes, but I mean, if you ran over him, you'd want to put him out of your misery.
It's also the same man that said he had chickens in his underpinning on his trailer, and his neighbor's dog had gotten in and killed the chicken.
But he killed the dog.
And he went and killed both of his neighbor's dog because they killed the chicken.
So we should have done that to his
So
dog
an eye
when they
for an
killed
eye.
our chicken.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't have done that.
Oh, I couldn't.
I probably would have if I would have caught that dog. It'd have been in the river.
I think that dog went in the river to get in our yard.
So guess what?
What?
Your man crush has a movie coming out tomorrow.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yep.
Who? What is it?
The Adam Project.
Adam. As
Project.
in ATOM?
No.
ADAM.
Adam
Okay.
Project.
Like
With
Adam
Jennifer
and Eve.
Garner and Mark Ruffalo.
Jennifer Garner. Wasn't she somebody's wife?
Ben Affleck's.
Okay, so it's Sylvester Stallone. No,
Sylvester Stallone.
not Sylvester Stallone. Who is it I'm thinking about?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. His wife just passed. And
John Travolta.
John Travolta. I
I
feel
feel
so bad.
so bad for him.
I know, but I get those guys mixed up, and I don't want to get the wrong wife.
Ben Affleck and John Travolta?
No, because to me Jennifer Garner could have been any of their wife, and
Not John Travolta's.
could
He's
have
like our parents' age.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yes.
Old fart.
He
But-
was in Saturday Night Live, like from the 70s.
He was in Welcome Back, Carter. Don't mess with my hair. Hey,
But
coach,
no, Jennifer
teach.
Garner's the one that was on married to Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's
have-
married to everybody.
What's funny is Mark Ruffalo.
I heard he's
and-
back with J-Lo now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
don't
like
know
me
who
and
Mark
you.
Ruffalo is. I don't mean to
The
interrupt
Hulk.
you. Bruce Wayne, the Hulk.
Yeah.
Not the Hulk, the Hulk.
No, the Hulk in the movies
Okay.
now.
So she was married to him?
No, in the movie she is.
What movie are you talking about?
The Adam Project.
Oh,
Comes
okay.
out tomorrow.
All right, I'm lost. You got me back because I feel so bad for Sylvester. No,
John
John
Travolta.
Travolta. You know, Nicolas Cage has a new movie coming out. It's
Yeah.
about being Nicolas Cage, I think.
Is it really?
Something about being an actor, yeah.
But anyways, I think you're gonna like that movie. We'll watch it
I'm sure I will.
because it's your man crush.
I tell you what, I wasn't real. Ryan Reynolds makes any movie, but I wasn't.
Okay,
real
but guess
impressed
who?
with-
Guess who directs this one? The Levy guy again.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
Daniel or
Steven.
Steven? Okay.
So I think they have a bromance going on with directing and acting.
But it works for them. But
Yeah.
I didn't like that game one, that gamer one.
It was good.
It was all right. But what was the
wasn't.
name of it?
Free guy.
Yeah, Free Guy.
So I'll keep going with some pop news.
Oh, we got pop news.
Yeah. What was it? The Country Music Awards.
Oh, good.
You know how we keep seeing Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
Well, she hosted it.
I knew that something had to be up with her.
Yeah, there's something else. I don't know what it is. But anyways, her and Kelly Clarkson, your girl, saying, I will always love you. I actually want to listen to it.
I'm all right.
Kelly Clarkson is awesome, though.
Kelly Clarkson is awesome, but
And guess who won Entertainer of the Year?
it wasn't me.
No, it's Miranda Lambert.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I know you know her songs.
No, how is she relevant?
She's... What? What do you mean?
I mean,
Can we play one
I
of
don't
her
know.
songs?
I don't listen to that mess, so I don't know.
You do. You have. You know who she is.
No, I really don't. So
You do.
who was
Let me... I'll
one of
play
them
you a
country
song.
girls? Carrie Underwood, I think, was in all. She was in some movie.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. She was actually sang the Star Spangled Banner. It was a sports movie.
Oh, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. That's right.
Yeah.
I love Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it's good.
Daniel LaRusso.
Hold on. I got to find that song by Miranda Lambert.
You know, I was having a conversation with one of the ladies at the schools yesterday, or real early yesterday morning. I think she was a manager, and she kept going on about, I'm not getting the vaccine. And I was like, well, I understand that. To each their own. Everybody has their own reason. It's changing your DNA and all this stuff. And I was like, well.
That sounds like you in the beginning.
Well, there's different ways to look at that. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, did you hear the story of the preacher and the flood?
Oh my gosh.
She said, no, what is it? And I told her, and then she's like, well, that makes sense. And then I went to tell her. If you guys haven't heard, should I tell them? Preacher and the flood.
Go right on ahead while I'm looking.
Well,
for
you have
Miranda.
to go along with me though. I can't tell it to just.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
All right, so the preacher and the flood. So the dam breaks up, downriver, up. I've already messed it up. So the dam breaks upriver from this town, and the water starts to rise, and the preacher's on the porch, and a truck comes by. He's like, preacher, get in the truck. We got to get out of here before the flood comes.
Right.
The preacher says, no, I have faith in the Lord. I'm staying right here. I know the Lord will save me. And so then the water gets up even higher. So it's up to the window and a boat comes by. And the boat comes by and says, preacher, get in the boat. We got to get out of here. The flood's coming. The water's going to keep rising. The preacher said, no, I have faith in the Lord. I am staying right here.
All right.
So the water rises up to the roof. The preacher's standing on the tip top. I mean, he's like, he can't even shake anymore. He's done. He's good. And a helicopter comes down. He's like, preacher, get in the helicopter. Preacher's like, no, I have faith in the Lord. I am staying right here. But the preacher drowns and dies. He gets up to heaven and he goes up to God. He's like, God, I had faith in you. Why did you let me drown? He said, I sent you a truck, I sent you a boat, and I sent you a helicopter. And you refused all three of them. And so now here we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, oh no.
So here's a song. You know this song?
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that one. That's some of y'all men hating music.
Well, probably because he cheated.
Well, you're going to get us copyright stricken. Turn that off,
And then
fool.
here's another one.
Oh, you know what? And she had that song about Blake Shelton's brother that had passed, I think.
Really? I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it was sad. But that was when they were still
I know Luke Bryan has
happily ever
one about
married.
his brother sitting on the pier drinking a beer. That song gets me every time.
That's where we should all be. Sitting
Yeah,
on the
well,
pier. Actually,
somebody
my
wanted to
grandmother,
sell our pier.
my grandmother didn't drink, right? But every once in a while, like 4th of July or New Year's Eve or something, my grandmother went to bed at 7 o'clock because they were up at 3, 4 o'clock. They had to go to
Yeah.
Hardee's for their biscuit
Ugh.
and their Pepsi Cola. She would always, her sister was literally murdered in New York, and it was a very gory scene. But anyway, my grandmother didn't drink, but when she drank, it was always sitting on the boondock. No, sitting in the dock of the bay,
Right.
watching the tide roll away, and she would just start bawling. You could tell when she'd had too much. And then my grandfather hated anything to do with smoking. I don't know why,
I hate it.
but
I get it.
I seen this man. He didn't drink. He didn't cuss. He was a really good person.
Yeah.
But I seen him suck the worm out of a bottle of tequila one time, put down a pack of cigarettes, and I was like, Grandpa? But anyway, people do the weirdest things when they're drinking.
So this lady at your job, is she older or younger?
She's older, and she has a daughter. And they are, I don't know. I hate it that everybody's lost their trust in the government.
Well, you have too. But how old is their daughter?
I have trust.
Nobody trusts
I don't trust anybody.
Nobody trusts anybody.
I don't even trust myself half the time, to be honest with you. But something to do with the vaccines, and I haven't researched it because my kids are grown, but vaccines causing the, what is it? Attention deficit disorder and
ADD?
Alzheimer's. No, not Alzheimer's. What's the other one? What's the ones that kids get?
ADHD.
No, it's, I don't even know what to say. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, but how old is her daughter?
They're adults. I mean, she's old, and their kids are adults, and they won't even have their children vaccinated for like the mumps and
grandchildren?
measles. Yeah. So
okay, because you said her daughter, and I was like, well, is she like 12, the daughter? Because I know,
no,
like in teenage boys, it's given them like heart problems.
Yeah,
that's what kind of.
You don't never know.
No, and it depends on with everybody, different people. But anyways,
okay, so let's say the vaccine does give you some form of, that. What's worse, the COVID or the vaccine?
A lot of people have survived the COVID.
A lot of people survived the vaccine.
Actually, when we were at Kroger the other day, I passed by this gentleman and this lady. Like, they haven't seen each other in a while. And they were like, hey, have you had COVID? She was like, yeah, twice. And he goes, I've had it 3 times.
You know what's odd is...
And I'm like standing there getting the bag of M&Ms. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope you don't have it right now.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't, no matter, and that's the thing I keep telling people. And then I don't know why people always want to talk to me about stuff. I'm like, look, it doesn't matter if it's man-made. It doesn't matter if it's made in China. It doesn't matter if it was made in, now Ukraine has biolabs. So that's, one of Russia's reasons for going in. But anyway, so it doesn't matter where it came from. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it was bats making love to snakes, whatever. We got to deal with it.
So all these ladies are coming to you with their problems already?
No. Just this. Actually, you know what? It wasn't even me. I butted into a conversation that she was having with my coworker.
Oh. I was like, how do they know that already about you?
Yeah.
You've only been there a month.
Right. So.
Because at his last job, all these women, because he worked with a bunch of women, they would literally come to him with all their problems. I don't know why.
And so these people that listen to the show, they already know that that's a mistake.
I know, right? But I always thought it was funny, and then I would go there and eat lunch, and one of my friends worked there, and she goes, well, he didn't tell you about this? I said, no, he doesn't tell me about anything in y'all's problems.
Well, I don't want to tell about their problem. That's their problem.
Yeah, but that girl would be fine with it. So here's another subject for you.
All right, what is it? We don't have anybody calling. Did I tell you about one of the grandkids yesterday?
Can I tell you my story?
Oh, yes, please. I'm sorry, you know my mind.
I know.
I had my vaccines. I got HDHD.
You can't even say it right. All right. The Kardashians, like Kris Jenner.
Actually, you know what?
Kris
No,
Jenner,
I don't.
Kris Jenner is the mom. She was the one that was married to OJ's attorneys.
She was the one that was humping OJ and their attorney. Yeah. Okay.
The attorney was her husband, Robert Kardashian.
And then from what I seen in the movie, she was. Never mind.
She was. Yeah. There's a movie.
Yeah.
About what?
OJ. Cuba Gooding Jr. played OJ.
I didn't see that movie. Really? I saw a documentary about the whole thing, and it was really kind of interesting. But anyways, I can't find it on Netflix anymore because I was going to show you. But anyways, Kris Jenner, I think, is one of the smartest women in the business because she has made her name, the Kardashians, a billionaires. But anyways, one of the daughters, Kim Kardashian, which was married to Kanye, she made this statement.
Kanye, that dude is 2 Fruit Loops shy of a bowl.
But I think he's a good person. I don't know him, but I think he tries to be doing good, but I think he does it the wrong way. But anyways, so Kim Kardashian says, I guess in some interview, I have it wrote down here, and I just lost it. But she says that she goes, advice for women in business.
Yeah.
She says, I have the best advice for women in business. Get your effing ass up and work. It seems like no one wants to work these days. So she's getting backlash for that, for saying that, which to me, I think is true. Everybody needs to get up.
No.
But then, okay, hold on. So her sister Courtney says that's so true. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. Kim noted, no toxic work environments, and show up and do the work. And so all these people, somebody said if I could afford to produce my own Broadway show so I could star in it, then yes, I would think that's excellent advice. And then somebody says, I think if you grew up in Beverly Hills with super successful parents, in what way simply a smarter mansion, nobody needs to hear your thoughts or success work ethics.
Well, you know what? You never know. You never know what they've gone through. But what I do have to say is...
But it's true. People need to get up and go to work instead of relying on the government.
Yeah, but you don't want somebody with a silver spoon in their mouth to tell you
She didn't
that.
have a silver spoon.
My ass.
No, they didn't
Actually,
grow
her
up.
ass.
No, they didn't grow up rich. Her dad was a lawyer.
Okay, there.
But that doesn't mean
It's
they were...
OJ's lawyer. It's not like they were not hurting for money.
No, that was when they were teenagers.
But
what I'm saying is they were not born into the Trump house or the rich family or Elon Musk house. You know what I'm saying?
right, and their father, to be an attorney, you have to work your ass off. But
right.
the thing is, they are right.
They wasn't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They became that.
Yeah, but
their kids
I mean, you
are.
talk about. Speaking of that, every time you talk about her, and I understand that she did do great things for her family, and
Chris, yes, she's very intelligent business.
The one
person.
that always gets me though, and I'm not changing the subject. We'll go back to that, but is Sharon Osbourne.
I don't know that much about her. So if them two got together, like they would be
anybody can coach Ozzy Osbourne through the success and fame, and granted he is talented, but
yes,
just to
yes, he's
lead
got talent. What do the
through
Kardashians have? They have no talent. They're business people.
No, I would have to say they're
they
they're
don't
public figures, and they made themselves public figures by working hard, I might add.
business. They're business. They don't sing. They don't act. They're business oriented. Like they have their own clotheslines. They have their own makeup lines. That's business.
They got lucky that their dad won the Olympic medal and stuff. You know,
that was their stepdad. That is a female now.
Dude, it works. And you know what? I don't think that he's actually a female, because he even says right now he's still heterosexual. But
he has boobs. He got the job done.
Dude, if you're gonna pay me $8 billion, I'll grow the biggest boobs you ever seen in your life.
You don't grow them. You go get them.
Whatever you gotta do.
Done.
And I would tell the whole world, hey, you know.
Then you'll have
I'm a
back
woman.
problems.
I feel like I need a Tylenol. Whatever girls say, I don't even know. But
I don't know. That's weird.
I just don't know. What I'm saying is, you know, if somebody were to offer me, you know, a multi-million-dollar contract to say that
but
I
he
feel
was
like a
married
girl,
to her, and then they
had already gotten a divorce. I think it's just another one of their little cons, because that's all they are, is con artists.
They got a divorce because he wanted to be a female, but Chris and...
No, they were already divorced.
No, Chris and Bruce were married before this show started. They already had kids before the Kardashian thing started. So she used her husband's Kardashian name and brought them kids in their teenage or 20s and made the show.
Well, I mean, they did it. But that shit is hard. I mean, you know as well as I do, we do these small shows. Can you imagine if you were always under
cameras watching you all the time? No.
It's like look at that little skit we did, you know, before. And all the work we put into it. It was 17 minutes long. And we put months and months of every day into it. And it still looked like crap. And the sound was horrible. Didn't. So...
But what do you... I was wanting you to talk about her comment, not actually about the Kardashian.
Well, the thing is, you know, when you're not born into it...
No, it doesn't have to be born into it. It doesn't matter who says it. Which, yes, they're giving her backlash because of who she is. But is that a true statement?
All right, I look at it like this. Yes, that is very much a true statement.
Yes, because
you
they're
know,
hard
I work
workers.
hard, and so I don't know any other way but to work hard. But I don't want my children to have to work the way that I work. I want them to enjoy their lives. But
Yes, but you have to work hard to succeed in life, in
Right.
whatever you do.
so when I was training, it's like we went to class, and everybody did class, and then we had a few people that would stay late for class and continue to work out and improve their skills. And those were the people that exceeded in
Right.
competition. So it's the same. I look at it the same way in work and life as I do competition. Just like, we do a couple of different shows, and then, we have different things that we work on, and we are always continuously working and trying to sustain ourselves here. But people these days, all right, so I don't want to offend anyone. Me, of course, don't want to offend anyone. But all right, so you know how people, when you go to the park and you see signs that say don't feed the animals because they will become reliant upon you, and then they won't
Right.
be able to feed themselves in the wild. If a zookeeper comes and takes an animal, they still make them, they give them the same food that they would be getting in the wild. So when the government is handing
That's free money.
handing everybody free money and free food, it makes us dependent upon them, and we don't know how to defend for ourselves in the wild.
And it's been like 2 years that the
Right.
government has given us
So-
money, and these people are used to it, and they don't want to go back to work.
And can you blame them? I mean, it is what it is.
Yes, but is that really the way you want to live your life, sitting at home watching TV all day?
Well, not me. I want to become a YouTube star, but that's not working out.
But I'm just saying that to me is just lazy.
I
Every
wouldn't
day,
call it
all
lazy.
day?
I mean,
Yes, that's lazy.
because you don't know what they're doing. But
No, I'm saying sitting at home watching TV all day. That's doing nothing with your life. What kind of life is that?
that's the people that's not so succeed. That's the people that's jealous of Oprah Winfrey.
That's who
and-
she's talking about.
Yeah.
Get
okay.
off
So
your butt.
right. Yeah. Get off your butt. I mean, because I can guarantee you, like Oprah Winfrey and all, those people worked hard.
Yeah, anybody that
Um,
succeeds works hard.
I mean, look at Matthew McConaughey. He worked. He's one
You
of the
still
hardest
need to
working
read that
people.
book.
I can't read that book.
It is really.
Give me an
I'm not
audio.
much of a book reader, but it was really interesting. You should read it.
But
It's called Green Light.
there's a lot of people that you have to take chances. You have to work hard. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to
Get out of your comfort zone.
anything you want to succeed at. You have to get out of your comfort zone because it's very comfortable to sit on your couch. It's very comfortable to eat Fruit
Sit
Loops
and eat
Cheerios.
bonbons.
Yeah. So to
No,
put
I
yourself
mean,
out there.
I talk to myself all the time about stuff like that.
Sometimes
think
it's
we all
hard for
do.
me to deal with people, and
That's every day for you.
I just have to put myself out there and see what happens. People always like me, though. Everybody likes me. So what else you got? How's everything going? How's everything going with you? I haven't seen you much lately.
Yeah, because you've been working.
I have been working. What else you got on your sheet there?
That's it. Oh, Elon Musk welcomed his baby number 2.
Is that his name, number 2?
I don't know.
He
what
would do
his
some
name is.
stuff like that. I tell you something about Elon Musk. So everybody's about freedom of speech, and I appreciate that. I think you should be able to say what you want to say.
Apparently not, because Kim Kardashian can't say anything.
Right. But Elon actually made it to where both Russia and Ukraine would have access to SpaceLink in order to, flood their
Internet.
yeah, but what do you call their
The stuff we were supposed to get for the internet, and we never got it.
I know, that's funny, right? So a third world, I don't know about third world country, but Ukraine, another country, can get.
But nobody's supposed to be in
I waited
Ukraine.
for 1 year. I was on the list for 1 year to
Yeah.
the date to get my Starlink package. I never got. I finally canceled it. I gave up, and we went with another.
Spectrum.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with that either, though.
It works just fine.
It does work, but
It's not cutting in and out like it was when we first got it.
yeah. So, but
But I thought everybody was supposed to be leaving Ukraine.
well, they were, and then they were bombing the exits. So they left.
But okay, so they asked them to leave, and then they bombed the exit, so they can't leave.
Well, what they did was they opened up And you know, I don't know all the details, but they opened up. They instituted a ceasefire. It's like, all right, so we're not going to fire. You can go through this trail. So they told the Ukrainians that you can come to Russia or Belarus. So both of those are Russian territories, basically. So the Ukrainians had a choice. We either stay here and play in the bombs, try to get to Poland, or just keep heading west, which is what most of them did. Or we can go to Russia or Belarus and be, you know, I don't even know. I would be scared. So I'd be like, if we were at war with Canada, it'd be like Canada say, well, you can come to Canada, but you can't stay there because we're going to bomb there. But you can come up here and be a prisoner of, I don't even know what you would be. You wouldn't have a visa. You couldn't be a citizen. I don't know what they expect. But anyway, so they started bombing again. And that's when that poor mother was holding her children. And anyway, I can't talk about it. It makes me cry.
No, I didn't see the picture.
Oh, it's horrible.
You didn't see it either.
I can't see it. I can just hear about it. And other people seen it and described it. And then I'm like, I can't see that. I will
They're
lose it.
describing it on the
Yes.
YouTube?
Yes. I mean,
The only thing I
it's
saw
propaganda,
was the ticker.
propaganda. It's propaganda off of both sides. You know, everybody's trying to make themselves right. And you know what? So you've been in an argument with someone, right? You've been in an argument with me.
Yes.
And you feel as though you're right.
No,
Most of
there's
the
really
time.
no right or wrong in our
Right,
arguments.
but you feel that you're right. You feel that your reason for standing up for yourself or whatever the case may be,
Whatever, yeah.
that you feel righteous. Well, I feel righteous as well. So what's the fine line? How do we come across this? And that's what...
That's why you talk about things.
No, apparently if you're in Russia and Ukraine, you just blow each other up. So
I know, but I think if they actually sat down and the two presidents actually sat down and talked and it's like, this is what I want, well, this is what I want, and why don't we just figure it out instead of bombing each other and killing all these innocent people?
I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to stick with this. I don't believe that
They just
any
go
of
into
it,
the ring together.
any of it is real. I feel like those two guys...
It is real. These people are getting killed.
Those people are getting killed, but
That's
I feel
real.
like the government, Putin, Zelensky, Biden, Moncrief, all of those people, they're sitting around drinking beers right now, watching all this shit go down.
You know,
and
that's what lawyers do.
I think that's what they're doing. They're just sitting around, and this is part of the global freaking elite conspiracy shit. I just don't. And that's what I'm talking about. Nobody has faith in, you know, other than God. Everybody's lost faith.
People don't even have faith in God.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing left. Nobody believes the government. Nobody believes the media.
No.
Nobody
I don't
believes,
even know why there's media on anymore.
Hopefully for the weather. That's the reason I watch it.
I didn't even watch the weather this morning.
I ain't got to watch it because that's how I know what I'm going to be doing that day. But, I mean, it's just, it's sad. It's a sad time that you can't believe anything. You can't believe anything anybody says.
Yeah,
I don't believe. And people. What's funny is, you know, I do watch a lot of YouTube channels, and then I see people griping about other YouTube channels. It's like, I don't believe any of you people because I know.
That's why I don't even understand why you watch it.
I say things on YouTube, and I know I don't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time.
No,
and these
because they're
people-
getting it from other YouTube people.
right. So why are they sitting there arguing about what each other said? They don't know. You know, there's actual people on YouTube that do know. You know, there's doctors. They know about, you know, that kind of stuff you should watch.
that's
There's dog
still-
trainers. But as far
Yeah.
as people's opinions, it's like on
Yeah, but
vaccines.
the people you watch are all
People's-
their opinions.
Right, their opinions. Right, this is like, it's our opinion. I mean, we like to talk.
Right.
And, you know, I like to talk to people. You guys call. Oh, what's the number? I forget. We never say the number anymore. You guys call in.
It's
Or
706.
say it again. I interrupted.
706.
What?
409 2188.
All right, so say that again. I could say it all at one time. So 706-409-2188.
But people can't write it down that fast.
Well, then they can go to letstalkaboutsquat@gmail.com.
Yes, but if you say it like 706 409 2188.
But they have a rewind button. You just tap
I'm
it
just
twice.
saying. I'm just saying. That's why I always repeat myself on voicemails.
All right, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for joining us.
Yes.
If you have something to talk about, some ideas, some topics that you want to discuss.
The Kardashians, the Connors, Ukraine,
China.
Ryan Reynolds,
Canada. It doesn't matter. It's
The
anything.
Bachelor.
Oh, hell no. I draw a line right
You know
there.
what? I didn't. They were talking to Tim Tebow. I guess he is the.
Tim Tebow is the quarterback for the Florida Gators.
No, he doesn't. No, he is
He's
the
an announcer
host for The Bachelor.
Is he really?
Yeah, he took that guy's place because apparently that guy, I forget what his
Did he
name
get
is.
married yet?
Chris.
Did Tim Tebow
Yes,
get
I think
married?
he did.
Oh, so he's not a virgin anymore.
No, see, there are virgins in the world.
Yeah, I believe that about as much as I believe your friend was a virgin.
Yes, but the guy Chris, I forgot what his name was, but anyways, apparently I think he said something kind of racist and he took time off himself. But now Tim Tebow is the person for The Bachelor. It was like on Good Morning America and they were talking to him about something.
Well, good job, Tebow. There's life after football.
Yeah, he's young though, isn't he?
Actually, I think. Oh,
Is he
you
in
know
his
what?
30s?
You know what's funny? It's like him and Matthew Stafford, I think, played against each other. And Matthew Stafford just won the Super Bowl. And Tim Tebow. Oh, see, Matthew Stafford did all that work. And now Tim Tebow. The only reason that he got famous because he was a virgin.
He was a Christian too.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot
That's
for
good that
Christians.
he
It doesn't
got-
have to do with anything.
Yeah, but they don't announce it because you get shamed for it.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. People, that's, I think, is just rhetoric. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but he got famous because he was a Christian virgin.
Well, I mean, he was a good quarterback, too. He just apparently couldn't. I think he did get a pro gig for 1 year, sat on the sidelines. Anyway, I don't know that much about football.
I don't know that much about him.
So-
I just know the name.
But good luck. I'd like to see anybody succeed. Good job.
Yeah, he'll probably get paid more doing that job than football. Longer time being.
Well,
but
he
that
was a
show's
good
been on
he was a
forever.
good announcer. I do remember that, and he's a very
He's
intelligent
young though.
man.
He's like in his 30s.
Yeah, so, and he's a hard working dude too. So he'll be like the next Ryan Seacrest, I believe. And nobody works harder than
He
Ryan
was talking
Seacrest.
about what time he goes to bed at 8:00. Ryan Seacrest does,
Yeah.
and he said I think he gets up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And he says if his friends want to go out to eat, he goes, I have to leave at 7:30.
Well, doesn't he have that other show at 9
That's what I was. Well,
with
then
Kelly?
again, no, that is American Idol. But when they film that live, that's 8:00 our time. They're in LA.
So it's 11:00.
No,
So it's 6:00.
5.
Oh shit on that. Yeah. Okay. So.
Because they're 3 hours behind us.
Oh, that's right. They are. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 5:00 there when they're doing it live.
Yeah, because you can trade. They can get up before work and at 6:00 and trade to open,
Yeah,
and we can't. We have to wait till 9:30.
yeah.
That would be nice. I would be broke ass though if I could get up and trade to open
You do now.
in the stock market.
You get up at 4:00.
Right, but our stock market doesn't open till 9:30 Eastern time.
Yeah,
So if it's 6:30 before everybody goes to work, you can get up and lose $1,000
or win 1,000.
before you go to work, and then you have to work the rest of the day.
Yeah, because you didn't get that $1 million.
Yeah, they're like, oh man. So you know that there's one time I was trading at work because I had that desk job. I was a technician, but so all I did was answer the phone and tell people how to take care of their problems. And so I would sit as I was talking to them, and I would buy stocks at 9:30
Yeah.
because in my mind that's the way you traded. And this one time, I bought it. It went up, and I thought I was selling it. And it started going down and down and down, and I was buying more. I wound up losing like
That's what you get for not paying
a
attention.
couple of grand in a matter of 30 seconds.
That was not with me, folks, because I
Yeah.
would have
She
been.
would have lost her mind.
I would have been a little upset.
Yeah. So
He wouldn't be putting that much on the line.
no, I don't even do it anymore. I loved it. You know what? I spent day and night learning to trade.
Yeah, I know.
And just every time I get in a trade, my nerves get shaken so bad.
Sell. It
It's
went
like-
down a penny.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's all a mind game.
It is.
So if you're thinking of starting a trade, do not do it.
Start drinking before.
No, don't do that. Don't do it, period.
No, it
'Cause-
is stressful.
there was one time I thought, because I was going to buy a Roku when it was $40. And you remember this. I was telling you, I was like, man, this is going to be something.
No, that was before me, but you told me the story.
No, it was you. And then it went up.
Oh.
It went up to 140.
You told me you were
And I
going to
bought
buy
it. Yeah.
something else, though.
That was Neo.
Yeah.
I owned it at $1.76. And it's like
No, it was
$50
something
a
else. You're
share
like, I
now.
need to buy this. And you said, I know it's going to go up. And I'm like, well, just buy it. And you never did.
You know what we did? So the one time Misty got to where she wanted to get interested in stocks, they had this thing called Movie Pass. I don't know if anybody knows what it is.
Yeah, it's coming back.
I don't. There's no way.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it is.
so it was this. What was it? $99 a year? It's $100 a year.
$60, I think. I don't
Anyway, you
remember.
can watch as many movies as you want
In the theater.
in the theater. And me and Misty got it. We were watching like, man,
We'd
we
go
watched
every
3
weekend.
movies a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently it was not a good, but their stock came out and it was $3 a share or something. I can't remember, but I bought. Misty's like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I was buying like, I think I
It
had
was
like
a good idea.
1,200 shares or something. But I was in the garden. It went from $6 a share. I
No,
think
we were
down
sitting
to
at work. We were
No, I
sitting
was-
there watching it.
no. I was in the garden. I remember that because I
Oh.
wasn't paying attention to it. My phone kept going zzz, zzz, and I kept looking at it. But anyway, it went.
That must have been the day that I was like, no, just stay in it.
Yes, it was. And
And
then
then
we
later
lost
that day.
all that money. It went to zero. When I say it went to zero, it went to zero.
Did.
So it's a pink sheet now. Anyway, sorry guys. All right, well, let's say our extra.
Extra. Peace out, y'all. Thank you for watching.
Peace.
I mean,
What'd you
listening.
watch?
Thank you for listening to us talking
right.
about nothing.
We appreciate you coming, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
if you came.
that's gross.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week on
Let's talk about
Squat. Let's talk about squat. Let's talk about squat. All right, bye-bye.
Peace out, y'all.